What's up, everybody? Good late afternoon or early evening now for some of you, and we've got ourselves a practice report from the Seahawks and the Cardinals. Let's take a look at it and try to interpret it the best we can here, real quick. Stream with the Hawks Nest coming a little bit later tonight, by the way. Should be a couple hours after the upload of this video. Be there. We're going to talk about this Cardinals game and all possible ramifications streaming from it. All right, so John Boyle has the latest injury report here on X. Let's take a look. We moved kind of in the wrong direction today, guys. I think that's fair to say, right? Like, the DNP list got a little bit longer. We had some guys go the wrong way. We had some new guys show up on the list. This, it is the end of the year, so you would expect guys to get days off, but none of these, injuries are specified as being rest related. So I'm not super encouraged going into tomorrow, but as always, these things change dramatically from day to day. And a lot of the guys who are sitting are probably or partially sitting or are listed in some capacity are older players. So maybe it makes sense. So Thursday did not participate in practice. A lot of the same stuff as yesterday. We've got Abraham Lucas and Jason Peters, who I already kind of wrote off as being able to play this week. Still got Nick Bellore. Still got Jaron Reed and Mario Edwards Jr., which is kind of becoming alarming, especially Reed. We have to have Reed. If we don't have Reed, we might give up 300 yards on the ground. Like they're going to make the Steelers' rushing attack last week look pedestrian. So I'm alarmed about that. No Mario Edwards Jr. seems like a possibility. Again, this is an older player. These guys do take a little bit longer to get back from injuries than the younger players do, so it's very possible that Mario Edwards' season might just be over at this point. So we've got all of that going on. You've also got Leonard Williams getting bumped back to DNP. Now, that's probably rest, so I'm not too worried about that. I'm sure he'll be ready to play on Sunday, but we had two players go the wrong way today, and they're two guys that we were trying to be optimistic about yesterday in Jordan Brooks and Phil Haynes. They were both limited yesterday, and they both did not participate today. It could be a load management thing, but it could also be they took a look at them and found out, hey, they're not ready to go yet. We got to push them the other way for now and see what happens Friday. But if they did actually take a step back or show that they're not ready to do this yet, then that's obviously very discouraging for them being able to play on Sunday. And again, I think that's kind of a big deal. Brooks has been a good player this year. Phil Haynes, as much as Phil Haynes is limited, I do think he's better than what Bradford's been doing lately, partially because Bradford's playing through an injury as well. I understand that, but yeah, this is not exactly what I was hoping to see when we got this practice report. I'm just going to say it. About the only good news is that Ken Walker went from DNP to limited participation, so he's on track to play. There wasn't really much doubt about that, though. I think everybody was kind of thinking he's likely to play, likely to be good. The only good news beyond that is Evan Brown was a full participant as well. So those are the main good things from this injury report, right? K9 and Evan Brown both went in the right way, but that's pretty quickly wiped out by guys like Brooks and Haynes going the wrong way and not getting any positive progress from Edwards and Reed. It's I don't know. I don't know. I don't feel like we made any progress today in this area. You've still got Bradford and you've still got Burns on the full participation list, so that's obviously fine. Lockett showed up with a toe injury that's not seemingly going to affect his availability at all, though. So we're not really concerned about that. But there's some stuff going on here for sure that we don't like. So the upshot is K9 looks like he'll be available. Evan Brown looks like he's trended in the right direction. Although concussions are weird, you never know. So we'll see what happens tomorrow, but more than likely, both those guys are going to be good to go. All right, so that's the Seahawks side of things. It's not great, but this is what happens in Week 18. Week 18, everybody's exhausted, everybody's tired, everyone's almost out of gas. That's why you covet that bye week so much. That's why you covet your ability to rest starters in Week 18 sometimes when you have everything locked up. So that's yeah, that's the Seattle side of things. I don't really have too much to say except we need better news tomorrow. Let's take a look at the Cardinals side of things. You got the Arizona Cardinals insiders here on X, and they've got some of the latest from their injury report. Let's take a look here. So a lot of the stuff is still the same from yesterday. We got DJ Humphries. We know he's going to be out because he got a severe ligament injury last week. Still no Dante Stills. Still no Garrett Williams. Both those guys are of somewhat significance. I think Garrett Williams was actually the guy who picked off Geno in our first game this year. And now they've got Elijah Wilkinson with an illness not practicing. Now, it's an illness. He'll probably be okay. But this stuff is always worth at least noting and at least worth thinking about. He is... I mean, it happened late enough in the week to where it's at least conceivable that he misses. That's yet another dent on their offensive line that they really did not need. They've got enough going on with the DJ Humphries injury. Oh, by the way, remember, Hollywood Brown is, I believe, also out for the season. So their main good news is that Dennis Gardeck was limited today, back in practice, so he's trending the right way to play, probably well. They did get no new updates on... I'm sorry, nothing new in terms of positive or negative progress from some of their depth players, like Chachere, Dimokije, Lecky Fotu was still limited, Kevin Strong was still limited, so all those guys are probably still available. We've also got Zach Pascal here, I guess, limited, but that's not likely to be anything that keeps him out of this game. So not a ton has changed over here for Arizona. The main issue would be another offensive line injury, or not injury, but an offensive line loss if Wilkinson can't go. So that's what we are looking at for the Arizona Cardinals side of things. Pretty much similar to yesterday. Again, I forgot to mention the Hollywood Brown thing yesterday, so that certainly adds on. And yeah, we should be playing a team that is, I mean, nowhere near full strength, but who is in Week 18, right? They're kind of in the same boat as most other teams. Okay, so that's going to do it for this injury report. Again, it's kind of what you would expect by Week 18, I guess. You've got a lot of injuries that aren't going to clear up overnight. You've got a lot of things that have built up over the course of a violent season. And this team is going to try to go out there and overcome it all to win one more game and hope they get a little bit of a lucky break and get in. But it could be the last one. It could be the last game of the year as well. We're all prepared for that possibility, I think. I think most of us are kind of expecting it, in fact. And yeah, I'm just hoping we can get Brooks and Haynes back. I'm hoping we get good word on Brooks and Haynes tomorrow. If not, I think that just takes our ceiling down a little bit. All right, guys. I'll see you guys in stream tonight. Go Hawks, and let's hope for better news tomorrow.